going.
All right, thanks, Mike. At 7 o'clock tonight, College of Brockport, you can meet the woman who is the real-life voice of Siri, and she is joining us now once again this morning. Susan Bennett, thanks for joining us again.
Yes, thank you.
So we think of Siri as maybe your biggest project, but you voice a lot of other things as well. Can you tell us about some
I've been in the voiceover business for a really long time, so I've done commercials for just about every company. And I'm also the voice of Delta Airlines gates worldwide. I tell you what zone you're in and to please get out your, your pass. Yeah.
And so you tell yourself what to do when you're at the airport.
Yes, I do. Yeah, but I don't always listen.
Speaking of listening, I asked you if there was a fun story, and you were telling me about Halloween one time.
Yeah, my regular speaking voice isn't very recognizable as being the original voice of Siri. A lot of people in the business will recognize it, but a little boy came to the house for Halloween and said, well, the neighbors all say you're Siri. And I said, yes, I am. And he said, you don't sound like Siri. And I said, how about now? And he kind of, his jaw dropped and he grabbed his candy and ran.
He believed you after that.
He did, yeah.
Well, we were very excited that you were going to be coming and seeing us this morning. But again, you'll be at the college tonight. What are you planning on talking about tonight?
Well, there are a lot of things to talk about Siri. There are a lot of things that people don't really know about Siri that are kind of surprising. And the fact that that she is the result of a voiceover career. So I talk a little bit about voiceovers and what that entails, and do a few little voices for people. And then talk about how Siri was really a big life lesson for me.
Really? How so?
Well, because none of the original Siris really knew that we were going to be Siri. It was a surprise. Yeah, so maybe
asking the right questions business-wise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As a mom, I hear that you are on the road doing talks like this, but a lot of your work you're able to do right out of your home. And
yes.
As a mom, I think, oh, that must be the best job ever.
Yeah. Well, it's been happening for many years. Technology really revolutionized the voiceover business. We used to all go to studios to do our work. And then when ISDN came in 20 years ago, most people don't know what that is, but it enabled the voice talent to be in one city and have it recorded in another city. So as long as you had those compatible equipment, so all of a sudden, all the local talent that was getting all the work in any particular city was being, replaced by the fact that, ooh, we've got some, availability of new people.
Right.
So in self-defense, those of us that were doing it as a career, built our own studios and installed our own ISDN. And so, we work in our jammies sometimes.
Oh, I am so jealous. For those folks who I've had some girlfriends who said, you know what, I kind of want to break into this business. I want to know more. What's a good start? Do you know what people look for in a voice?
It's very different now, and there are a lot of different aspects to voiceover. There are some parts of voiceover where you really do need particular skills. You have to be able to read really well and have a good vocabulary. I mean, you don't just fall into reading medical narrations and things like that. So there are a lot of different aspects. But, commercials, you can just have some sort of quirky voice and, oh, let's get her. So, and there's a lot of competition now because you can have your own studio, basically if you have an iPhone, something that's called a mixer face, and a decent microphone, and a nice insulated closet, and then you have a booth. So it's just absolutely revolutionized the businesses, and now there are just thousands and thousands of people competing.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, one more Siri question for you. As phrases that we use change, and we have word of the year and all these things, do you have to go back and update things periodically? I
did some updates in 2011 and 2012.
Okay.
And then this work is extremely tedious. The first recordings were done 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And every sentence, every phrase has to be read in the same way because they go in afterwards and extract the sound, so they have to be consistent. It's extremely tedious.
Well, you have made it an awesome artwork. Thanks so much for coming in. Again, 7 o'clock tonight, College at Brockport. Head on out, meet Susan, meet the voice of Siri. Do you want to say local headlines coming up next, Siri style?
Local headlines coming up next.
Thank you so much.